Hi, my name is Walter Lambert. You may know me better as Chef Walter because I've cooked here at Volunteer TV for the last 20 plus years. Now, during that time, most of that time, I look like this. And that is not the way that I look today, I'm happy to report, because several years ago, we had as a guest the medical director of a program at UT Hospital to talk about their weight management program. He suggested that I come and hear their introductory session to this program, and I thought, well, I may need to lose 5 or 10 pounds. He very politely suggested to me that I needed to lose more than that. See, in that picture you saw before, I weighed about 295, 297, and had been there for a long time. So I decided maybe I did need to lose more than 10 pounds, and I went down and sat in on an introductory session that told me about the program they had going and how the choices I could make. Yes, choices are important, and we'll talk more about that. The choices I could make, what I could do, and what I had to do if I were to move from that point to an ideal weight that we arbitrarily set at around 185. 180 wouldn't hurt me, but that's a whole different matter. We're not going to go there. Went to that meeting and learned about what you ate, what you didn't eat, learned that weight management was not just about what you ate, but what you ate and what you did. Physical activity is an important part of it. But then those folks did something that really persuaded me that they knew what they needed to know to help me go into a lifelong weight management program. Because in that very first introductory session, they talked about maintenance. And I thought, hey, these people know about people like me. Because you see, I'd never had any real problem losing weight. Somebody asked me recently how much weight I'd lost altogether, and I said in a lifetime about 1.25 tons. Because I'd lose 50, gain 60. And that is not what we needed. After all, I was of advancing years. I wanted to hunt there for a minute for a phrase other than getting old, but you know, when you're past 70 and you weigh 297, it's obviously time to do something. And so I went into the program. I went into the program on the 1st of April that year, and I worked at it very hard. I took the most extreme choice in weight loss, and between that and the 15th of November, I lost 60 pounds. Was it fun? Not really. But did it work? You bet your life. And could I do it without feeling deprived, hurt, mistreated? I had no urge to go back to where I used to be. And at 15th of November, we entered into what we do each year, in which we talk about maintain, don't gain. But we also talked about putting a structure on maintaining the weight loss that you had managed to achieve. For me, that structure that has worked best is a weekly meeting. You go in, and first, by going in once a week, you weigh in. Somebody said it proved that you weighed with somebody watching, so there was no way to lie about it. Would we lie about something like that? I don't think so. But you go in and you weigh in. And then you spend some time with other folks who are doing what you're doing, looking for a lifelong weight management program. Notice I didn't say diet. If you go into this saying, I'm going to diet for a little while and then be okay, it will help, but it will not help in the way it ought to. Being a part of an organized structure and how much of that organization you need will vary from one to another. You know, one of the good things about this program is that there is not a one-size-fits-all scheme that you go in and magically drop 100 pounds and then maintain that loss for all the rest of your life. That doesn't happen, folks. But what each of us need varies from person to person. The best weight management program in the world is the one that works best for you, which might not help me at all, but it might. And that adding the structure in that once a week you evaluate where you stand in terms of your overall goal. Let me tell you something interesting. that I used to say that I maintained my weight in a closely controlled range, that I never went below 200 pounds or above 300. Well, sounds like a joke, wasn't very funny. But what has happened now for the past 18 months, I have kept my weight in a 5-pound range. And I know that because I've gone in once a week, weighed in, and taken part with other folks who understand what we're all talking about and making weight management lifelong.